I'm expecting big things out of Ice with the momentum from game 1. But at the same time, maybe there's a fire under Execration's butts, I guess, or under their feet. I don't know where the fire will be placed, but wherever it is, hopefully it drives them towards a game 3, giving us a better performance than that first one. I'm nervous for Vice against this Medusa. Just see Medusa dominate.
Medusa is just a very strong hero overall. Like, one thing they have good against the Medusa is ET. It's a position 5 ET, so it still needs a lot of levels to have your things maxed out. And disarm on the Pangolier, which is going to be always good. So, you know, I'd still call this an outdraft for an Execration, where their lineup seems like really, really good, easy to execute. You have ways to buff up Medusa, good save with the Oracle, good ganking potential, like Nyx Assassin plus Puck can pretty much kill any single hero in the game. I want to see how much Bob can get out of the mid lane from this mid troll, something that we usually don't see that often, but you know.
Onto the Rubick, Samael might go down for first blood, just needs one more shot. Yowe will claim first blood on the Medusa, not one you want to be giving it up to.
I don't think that should happen. They have one stun that lasts for 1.4 seconds, so Rubick should not be able to die. This one's on Rubick for sure.
What do you think Bob's going to get out of this mid lane up against Ken?
I think what they wanted was carry Io, but we've seen in some games where Io doesn't have a partner to carry Io to play with.
Yeah.
So I think they wanted to have like hero that benefits from the attack speed coming out from the Io. Because like other heroes, like if let's say that was Queen of Pain or Dragon Knight, like you don't get that much as you would get from the Troll. All that healing on one super ultra carry. So his item build might be slightly different than what we usually see from the safe lane Troll. Like we've seen some, like Vlad's, it's a possibility that he gets a Diffusal Blade. I would not mind that here against the Medusa.
See what he goes for, and thinking exactly that with the whole partner thing. We've seen a couple carry IOs without partners, and we've seen a couple with. Was it IO Death Prophet?
It was IO Death Prophet. You still get, you know, increased healing from the Spirit Siphon. Just doesn't feel that great.
Right.
It's not your Monkey King, it's not your Troll, it's not your Slark.
Yeah, that was the other one. The
oh, mid lane, Ken dropping low. Fairy Fire, one more hit. Oh, very close.
Ooh, actually doesn't even jaunt to it. Stays nearby, pops the salve. Not a lot of mana to play with. See if he can get a couple CS and have that bottle sent out. And once he gets that bottle, work on contesting that 4-minute rune. I'm not sure the bottle's actually going to make it to him in time to fill. We'll see if he even goes for that 4-minute rune.
You can already see Zenki moving towards the top rune. Just wants to secure the one for Troll. 5 seconds. There's also rotation from BDZ on Nyx Assassin, so you just need to go top. Let's see. It's bottom, unfortunately, for Troll.
Illusory Orb over, and we'll jaunt to it, refill that bottle. Works out that the bottle comes a little late. Palos, though, getting chased down. Fortune's in, down goes Palos. And then bottom, they've got the disarm onto the Medusa. Yowe, one shot from dead, trying to run. Enryu doesn't have enough mana for the swashbuckle, but uses that mango and will have the mana as well as the kill.
Oh, he's dead. He looks dead unless he manages to get unstuck.
BDZ, disarm. Spike Carapace, that stuns up the Rubick for a second.
Oh, another disarm under the wow. Actually got the kill. I was worried, but he had that Orb of Corrosion. Medusa will clean up. So it's much better, you know, overall, that Nyx Assassin died. Medusa gets the solo XP from that. Now she's level 4. Bound Rune spawning.
Tactical? Eating?
Not necessarily. You know, he would still love to live there, but it is what it is.
So is thrown over again. But with BDZ dying, that means he gets TP over mid. You can get yourself a bottle refill. That's fine for the puck. And can stay competitive in this mid lane while Troll fills up his bottle with the bounty loot. So Rupido putting some pressure on Palos. Of course, the Helm of the Dominator for IO. That permanent haste, basically. Zenki and Palos. It's a tough lane so far for Palos. Obviously having that early death. The Necro book almost finished off for the Beastmaster. Oracle coming over. Might go for Zenki. Walks away. Beastmaster not looking to be aggressive just yet. The Invis rune is bottom.
Puck will pick that up.
Used. Yeah.
Snaps the coil. I don't think you're getting this kill. Very hard for Troll to, make any aggressive moves. He put some pressure, almost got a kill. But other than that, like, you just can't do that much at the moment. You're not a Puck. So the only way you play the game is, like, if they overextend, so you possibly TP, or if someone rotates to the mid and then you try to get a kill. Other than that, you will just be farming the jungle and the lane pretty much.
Vice having an easy time so far in terms of where they are in the net worth. Not the 2, 3, 4K they were up before in the first game, but the lanes are going well, despite the fact that they may not look like it.
Yeah, for the laning stage, I was not concerned. It's just like once Beastmaster gets the rolling with his Necrobook, Primal Roar is up, so this should be a kill. Here we go. He's not going to even use it. Now he uses it. Okay.
Fusions and Roots up too. Palos now, no mana. He'll be chased. Purifying Flames. They just need a couple more shots. The Spirit's doing damage to Rupido. Not enough to deter him.
Rupido hesitating. Maybe waiting to see if there's going to be a relocate place, but still feel like you have enough time to just burst the position 5 ET. Still managed to get 2 kills out of that, and yeah, now that will get you closer to the 2. Puck is having a good time, 51 CS.
Baitbolt and the ET down here under the tier 1 tower with the Rolling Thunder using the telekinesis on Enryu. Easy. Medusa's moved back into the jungle. Not in the lane anymore. It's okay. So, the lane looked like it was going all right, but the harass was pretty heavy.
Pango got too much from those 2 kills, like got himself to faster level 6. So you need to be more careful about it. Now Medusa is mid. I kind of like this shift. Like you can just put Medusa on a mid because Troll doesn't really pressure her. Right. And she can farm the jungle when the creep wave pushes in. She can be there on the bottom lane. It's either like Nyx Assassin or Puck can rotate to the bottom lane. Now Puck's making an aggressive move on the top. This should be an easy kill with a coil.
Dream Coil used, Enryu on the run, Fortune's End. A couple more shots, Waning Rift, no swashbuckle away. So Ken takes out Enryu, gets the easy kill.
Oh, the Dream. He gets the bounty room from that shovel. And finds a fairy trinket as well. So tier 1 tower gone. Now they can TP to the bottom lane, possibly defend that. They need Puck. Like Puck needs to be active. Beastmaster can also rotate. Right now, Vice is a bit limited on the tower damage. Helm of the Dominator creep. I still don't see it. Seems like they're not gonna defend it.
Radiant's bottom
no Dream Coil to work with. The glyph.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See if the TPs come out or if this is enough to deter Vice off the tower, but they've committed heavily for this. They have 4 heroes bottom.
Dire structures
You'd expect them to just go for this. 1 hero defending top as you can see Beastmaster just putting the pressure on. Let's go over towards mid. So Execration, they're playing the map pretty well. They got that safe lane tower of their own. Obviously the bottom tower goes down, but now they'll move over towards mid. We'll see if Vice can defend this. Primal Roar ready, Dream Coil ready. Troll going phase.
This is a debate once again. He can dispel anything. Like you can dispel things from Oracle. That's it. You can dispel things when you're silenced. There's nothing to dispel. like Beastmaster slow.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's it. I don't know. Just doesn't feel like a good item. Get blown up pretty much.
Yeah, Purifying Flames with the Fortune's End. That'll be the cap on that kill. Enryu going down to RR, who's having a very fun game at the moment. Dream Coil down, but again, still working with the Primal Roar. They have False Promise if they look to be aggressive. Just keeping everything open for Medusa, who's keeping up with the troll so far.
He's doing an okay job. I just don't want to see this Aghanim Scepter because it does not do anything. His TP will get cancelled on the bottom by Nyx Assassin. Let's see if Execration wants to go and finish off that tower. Yes, they do.
So Rupido gets the tower, and it doesn't feel like Palos is doing much at the moment. And he's got himself tethered to the Helm of the Dominator creep, but he's sitting behind all three cores on the side of Execration, falling behind, things getting maybe a little tough for this item.
We've seen different builds on IO. Like if you're playing into Storm Spirit, into Puck, Orchid is justified. I don't mind that. Also good against the Oracle if you can find him. One thing they don't really have is a setup into relocate play. Like Elder Titan could potentially do it, but it's only a position 5 ET, so it could be a bit tricky. So Troll really committing for that Aghanim Scepter. Already said that he doesn't get the value out of the item. It's huge investment. It's 4,000 gold. It lowers the cooldown on the Axis.
Down onto the Troll. Purifying Flames with the Fortune's End. I don't know if they have the damage to get the kill, but they'll follow it up with a stun from BDZ. Earth Splitter coming through. There's the tether and the save. It's enough to keep Bob alive. Spike Carapace stops him and Palos in their steps for a second, but Nyx Assassin, no drop. Waiting to sleep, gets the False Promise off. However, it's not looking like he'll survive regardless, and, well, RR will take up more of their time, but he'll still die.
While on the top lane, there is pressure from the Beastmaster and Medusa. Medusa farming nicely. As expected, only one dead to her name. I think you need a bigger item on Troll. It lowers the cooldown. You can't dispel stuns from the Beastmaster. Once again, you can't dispel silences.
Tethering away. Nyx Assassin coming over. Might be able to catch Bob on the run. BDZ. Spike Carapace, the break, the stun, and the kill from the Mystic Snake of Yowe. Chase down this Troll, slow down his game, and keep the Medusa top of the net worth.
He stayed there for way too long. There's so much vision from Execration's lineup. You have like Fox jaunting in. You have Nyx Assassin, Beastmaster. This seems like an easy kill as well.
They'll get one on Samael. We'll take two on tower bottom with us. This is Execration working on all cylinders at the moment. Almost finished that Orchid on Wisp. For BDZ. Is that an urn getting turned into a spirit vessel for BDZ? Or do you just keep it as
position 5 Nyx Assassins. I don't think you get too much farm priority anyway. If you can farm it, sure, eventually you're gonna get a lot of value from it. Troll.
Bob again.
Gets sniped.
Not in time. RR with the kill. Some vision. With the Stolen Hawk.
Illusion.
This is really tough for Vice. It seems like they're just falling too far behind. Let's see that Stone Gate is and the Primal Roar during the Rolling Thunder, turning to stone. Exterior or not, you'll turn into stone. However, Palos is in, trying to finish off Rupido, who gets the false promise from the Oracle. Palos might be in too far, but the sleep, the stun, the follow-up, the Dream Coil coming through on the two, taking out Zenki, looking over at Samael, who joins him in the grave. Who else is getting dug down? Enryu, he's the third, and they will fall on Vice like dominoes.
Beastmaster Aura is maxed out. The extra 40 attack speed on everyone at the moment, so you know that's quite a lot. So even like supports deal a lot of right-click damage. Necrobook as well on top of that. Very hard to fight into. You know, when you have a mid troll, you also need to have some kind of a setup, but they don't have the real ganker. You know, your position 4 is Rubick, who is not that farmed at the moment. You can start with the telekinesis, which is only level 1, so it's not that great. Right now, Vice can only play more of a counter-reactive Dota. Just respond to whatever Execration is doing. Stomp. That was not even close. Astral Spirit was available, if I'm not mistaken.
Putting them down more and more with each opportunity they whip.
Now there's smoke.
Could shut down Bob with another kill. But they're going to head towards top, potentially catching this Wisp, who is in the middle of the lane. Rupido is here and has that primal roar. Fortune's end. Swashbuckle out with the sweep. Might be enough to keep him alive. The Earth Splitter coming in. And that will slam on a Rupido. Just doesn't have the damage. The stun and the break from the Vendetta is still not killing the IO. They get the kill to Zenki. The Fade Bolt finishes BDZ, but the turnaround is here for Execration. You need to be careful with Rupido on how far he goes, sitting with just a quarter amount of life. But Bob coming around the side. He's looking to help out. Enryu slowed up and in trouble. Mystic Snake is stolen, but it's not going to matter what the Stone Gate is going. Oh, they turned Bob to Stone, and instead of fighting with him,
the lift. This is good.
The last second. Yowe in trouble.
False Promise is available.
They get that kill on Enryu. Ken over to the side, trying to disrupt this as much as possible. However, in doing so, he's given up his life to keep the Medusa alive.
Relocate is available. Troll and Rubick should have chased Medusa. They saw Oracle, but there was a relocate play available. Now they're backstabbing. Io, very speedy. 450 if he catches Oracle. There's no reveal. Oracle has a Glimmer Cape.
Sweet though onto Medusa and can false promise off.
There's the silence.
Oh dear, they lose Yowe and it's going to be more. Oracle gets the false promise off. He's backed away. That is not good. Nyx Assassin going in one by one, whipping that stun. They're looking for the sweep again. This one misses. Zenki's in too far. No run, but Primal Roar is there, and BDZ gets the kill. They ran down the Medusa. That was a long, drawn-out fight that eventually ends with Vice victorious in that one.
Is under attack.
They killed the Medusa. Still, I think the gold lead has not changed much. They're not getting too much out of the map right now. What is Io building? Has 2,000 gold, does not want to commit to anything yet.
Axe next. Oh, Bob. Dream Coil. Ken getting another one.
Yeah, this is why Aghanim Scepter is not gonna save you. If he wanted to go for like what he's going right now, he could have picked up Hood as the first item. I would like that more. Just being able to tank up more damage and then turn that into Aghanim Scepter. Still don't think it's any good here.
It's working with Bracer, Helm, and Orchid.
Dyer's
Zen and Samael going forward with the Waning Rift to lose reorg. And now the Urn. Rubick, not dead just yet. Rolling Thunder, Swashbuckle. Beastmaster, he survives. Yowe going forward. Enryu. Fortune's End's charged up. The land, the sun, the land, the Fortune's End with the illusory orb. Ken getting another. Enryu dead again.
Dyer's top tower is under
Execration
attack.
could just farm a bit more on Medusa. I don't think she's getting too much farm right now. You can see Wisp catching up slowly.
Yeah,
because she was fighting with the team constantly.
BKB for the IO. So Palos going BKB. I like the call.
BKB is okay. You know, you're playing into Nyx Assassin, into Puck. Just feels good that you can stand your ground and take a fight.
Beastmaster now has the Blink Dagger. So that'll help him close the gap and look to grab these kills.
You can see drawings on a minimap. No one has been to the bottom part of the map for a very long time.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
We just taken the tier 2 top. Faithful, Fortune's End looking for the sleep. That'll land. The question is, do Vice want to continue forward Going stun, rolling thunder, doing some damage. Blink Primal Roar, that's out onto the Rubick, but Rupido's in deep. That Primal Roar really doesn't lead to anything, but here comes Ken. Drew Quill onto the Rubick as well as the Elder Titan. Fortune's End with the wing rip. Zenki gone. Samael looking next. We've got two, and now Bob. Well, there's no Dream Coil to work with, but they still might be able to get this kill.
He dispelled that turn. He dispelled.
The wing rift is enough.
Yeah, but can't dispel the silence. So Io was whole that time at the bottom lane farming his BKB. So that means they're gonna lose the tower, lose the fight. Puck plus Medusa combination is really strong, where you just have Puck to hold him in place while Medusa deals the damage. You have two of the best two best abilities in the game to actually disengage a fight. Like you have Stone Gaze on top of Oracle's False Promise.
Oracle just has been on it basically whenever he's had the opportunity to save. There has been some times where it's tough though. The silence is coming in. The last second, not able to save his Medusa. Used by Vice. Come over bottom, and they're looking for Ken. Runs away with the Illusory Orb. They've got the Bullwhip, silence, but blink away. They're unable to catch his pop. And now Medusa's here. Dream Coil coming through onto the Wisp. Samael over to the side, Telekinesis, Illusory Orb, Telekinesis in the Earth Splitter. That's a decent combo with the roller. Looking for the Primal Roar that hits on the Rubick. They've got the Antenna right and the kill. They'll get back to Samael. They look over at Zenki, taking out a second. Stone Gaze is in. They've stunned up this troll who's trying to run.
There just is not enough damage to take down Medusa with the Oracle. If they manage to get a kill on Puck, Puck still has enough money to buy back, so that could easily also backfire. Like this item build and troll is not doing anything. Like you're literally not dealing any damage, you're just running around the map without a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, in certain situations, that item build might work out. This is not the game for.
Yeah, it's just coming up short, right? They just don't have the damage. They're not finding their options. Relocate. Or oh, 10, but
Illusion Rune.
Illusion Rune pop. Well done.
Illusion Rune was in a very, very bad state for a very long time. Now with the addition of a Dispel mechanic, sounds like a decent rune, sometimes like the best one.
Some people think it's the weakest one.
In certain situations, it feels really good.
Middle tower is under attack.
Like let's say you have an axe, you can farm the jungle, you have Radiance, you have Cloak of Flames, the spell mechanic that we just mentioned.
I'm always down for a cheeky Illusion Rune Dispel.
Bait. If you don't use two together, like what could it possibly be? I don't know. Is that an Illusion Rune or a real hero?
Smoke didn't break, but I'll still attack the illusion. It's always the fun bait. You get in pubs. So, 10k lead for Execration. What are your options for Vice? Because it doesn't look like, at least for the moment, they have many.
A good question, because I'm just trying to think of something positive. I don't think they can take the fights into Medusa, into Beastmaster, just feels way inferior. And there's a double damage near the Roche pit, so if they get the vision of that, they can easily transition that double damage into Aegis for Medusa. She finished the Scotty, now building towards Butterfly. Eventually we'll need an MKB, I believe, unless she wants to buy like a Divine Rapier and end the game, but there's still a True Strike from the Divine Rapier anyway. Against the mischance from Troll, not even sure like Troll gets close to use those Whirling Axes.
Dream Coil would keep him away, most certainly.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And up towards the top lane, so moving in and looking to potentially break the high ground. They'll shift their attention towards mid. On to Palos with the Primal Roar. Stone Gaze used. Palos gets the tether away. However, Bob turns to stone. Very popular ELO song in his ears that turns into stone. However, they will catch Rupido. False promise saved. Dream Coil in with the KBB pop by Ken. They've got the silence on to Bob. Tether's not enough from Palos, and now the chase is on from Execration. Earth Splitter. It's right on top of Yowe, but it doesn't really care.
Medusa, like 80 ulti, level 1 took 100 mana, 150 off Medusa. Surprised they didn't go to Roche Pit earlier. Like, they have a lineup that wants to take fight inside a pit because you have superior vision, Next Assassin, Beastmaster, Hawk. You can get rid of the vision with the Necrobook units, and you are kind of forcing Wise to make a rotation inside a pit if they want to fight.
There's nothing they can do to stop this. So it'll be an Aegis, and I mean, it's come to a point where they were breaking the high ground without any telekinesis from quite the distance. Snake will be hit with a spike carapace in return, which will be stolen, but it still ends with BDZ just dying, Aegis in the hands of Execration. They're very much okay with that. Primal Roar.
Can he dispel that? No, he can't.
Can he fix it?
No, he can't.
He cannot.
So yeah, this game feels like Execration just needs to go, choke them so they can't get any farm, shut him down, and potentially end the game. Rubick,
if they can. Face it. Samael dead afterwards. Looking for the sweep. It does land on the Yowe again, but there's no follow-up. You could throw an Earth Splitter, but like we said the last time, it just tickles.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's
Working with
bottom
this
tower
Aegis
is under attack.
near the tier 2 tower, but all the while Palos cutting the creek, trying to keep Execration out of their base. They go towards top. Enryu nearby. BDZ's got vision, and he'll stay with him.
just stun him.
Break.
Okay, goes for a risky play. There's still enough damage to just stun him and kill him, but yeah,
Could have been.
could have
Bob.
been that Pango somehow manages to survive.
Bob in trouble. Fortune's End charged up. Damage
Dispel.
and Rupido having a primal roar after it comes off cooldown, but Bob's already dead by the time that occurs. Again, going for the sleep, but this time it doesn't land. Oh, Yowe giving a tip to Zenki.
While dodging it.
Impressive.
So yeah, I believe we're very close to an end B-Cup in this game. They don't have to rush anything, just slowly siege the buildings with Medusa, Manta style. Just needs like 200 gold to finish her butterfly. It's annoying to play into ET with the stomps, but they're still Aegis up and running for 2.5 minutes, so they're more than fine.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time to slow siege this one. Telekinesis, Swashbuckle, the Rolling Thunder, but it's the follow-up there, and it doesn't feel like it.
Medusa is out of mana, so that's a good thing. She also has the lifesteal coming up from the Vlad, some extra armor. Man, Vlad's changed so much. Every single time I see the item, I have to read it that it does what it actually does. No damage, then like it gives armor, then it doesn't give armor.
It's a rare pickup these days, too. Seems like a lot of got away from it. That being said, Dream Coil on a 2. With the axe from Ken, they've got the Primal Roar, the Stolen Primal Roar. Alright, that's thrown back onto Ken, but he's in with the false promise. They'll go after Bob, as well as Palos. Stone Gaze, Telekinesis, not going to stop the Enryu to Medusa. Bob gets that ult off, and there's the silence from Palos with the Orchid. However, Earth Splitter comes in, not going to do much of anything. Eventually, Bob gets low onto the high ground with 50 health. They land the sleep on the full.
4-man sleep. Where's the follow-up?
Going for Puck, no false promise at the moment. Elder Titan caught out. Zenki ends up dead. Rolling's under once again. They've got the storm that was stolen by Samael. They're two of the heroes up in the air, but can they kill off more than just the Nyx assassin? Right clicks from Yowe, going after Bob, who no longer has the battle trance and no longer has his life.
They couldn't even take Medusa once in that fight. They used pretty much everything. Disarm on Medusa. Still alive.
Still working through it. Still has a second life. Telekinesis. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink. The house just ain't big enough to get all the damage out of everything that you're throwing at this Medusa. Illusory Orb from a distance away finishes off Enryu. And they'll go to finish off this mid-set of racks. The stun is in. However, Oracle saving the puck. Back up. They look over at Palos. They got a Primal Roar back up. This is a long fight. Everything's up for the second time. They just cannot kill the Wisp, though. However, they will take the buildings out.
Yeah. Light's doing much better than I expected. I thought the game was just gonna end, but the heals from Io. Io's super tanky, 3.5k HP. Now has 60 spirit damage on top of that. I just wish Troll went for a different item build, you know, to be able to actually deal damage, any kind.
$22,000.
Behold!
Tough at the moment. Look at all that gold, and it's been pretty one-sided the entire time. Unfortunately. Easy forward, should be able to spot these heroes. Shroud made for the Troll, Telekinesis, Swashbuckle, and now Spike Carapace, but it's not stopping these heroes. They got the tether. They're on top of Rupido, but seen via the false promise once again. They'll look for the sweep. Here comes the Medusa with the Stone Gaze. Right clicks on the roof. They can right on the one. Look over for more. Zenki's dead. Right clicks in. Finally, Rupido breaks down after the false promise wears out. I'll see the Beastmaster, he buys back, so did the Elder Titan, but the stuns, the constant lockdown onto Bob, making sure he can't fix it. RR on the run, now turns back around, looking over at Enryu, who's finished off by this Oracle. Elder Titan bought back, however, not going to let him go. And that's and that is a full team wipe. Zenki, Palos, they're the exclamation point on it, and this one is looking like that's all she wrote.
Seems like they're just gonna go mid and try to fish for some buybacks. If there aren't any, go and finish the game. Beastmaster Aura, Necrobook unit, Medusa right now deals a ton of damage. So yeah, Puck also with the death, so they just want to end this one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Glyph holds them from taking this game for just a moment. Now the damage onto the Rubick. He came back for a second, but just to die. There goes the first tier 4. Looking like the second, and well, it won't matter. GG is called, and Execration ain't even the series out at 1.
Yeah, again, one-sided game. A huge outdraft from Execration. Not too many weaknesses of the draft. Good vision, good movements around the map. They understood